So you want to know what people are really paying on a month-to-month basis. So I have 4 examples for you today of clients that are in various places, have various size and household. And so we're going to get right into it. So my first example is coming out of Jonesboro, Georgia. Now, this particular client is a single person, and they shared with me their utility providers and also what they are paying. Now, all the information I'm going to share with you today is based off of 1 month. So do know that these can fluctuate and vary, but this is based off of the month of January. So for her Gas South bill, which is the gas provider, she paid $113.91. For her electric bill, which is through Georgia Power, she paid $132. For her water and sewer, which is through Clayton County Water Authority, she paid $44.81. And for her trash, she does pay her trash on a quarterly basis, and she paid $81 for that as well. All right, next up is a family of 4. They are out in McDonough, Georgia. And so for their gas, they are paying $250. They also use Gas South. For their electric, they're paying about $90 a month, and they're using Georgia Power as well. Now their water, sewer, and trash is all lumped in together, and they go through Henry County Water Authority, and they're paying about $100 a month for that service. Hey, if you're getting value in this content, make sure you smash that like button. It really helps out with the algorithm. So moving on to the third family. So the third family is out in Atlanta, the city limits of Atlanta. And so what they are paying for Gas South, they're paying about $140 a month for that bill. Their electric bill is through Georgia Power, and they're paying $265 for that bill. Their water and sewer is through Atlanta, the city of Atlanta watershed, and they're paying $112 for that service. And their trash, now they pay their trash on a yearly basis, which is $565 a year. However, because everyone else has been paying theirs on a quarterly basis, I did break that down for you so you can get a better picture. It is $141.25 per quarter. So let's highlight our fourth family. The fourth family is coming out of Jonesboro, Georgia. Now, they are a family of 10, and their bills are for gas, they pay $120. Now, they do use the vendor scanner, which is the great thing about living in the Atlanta area. For the most part, you have options that you can choose from. So stay to the very end of the video, and I'm going to tell you some tips on how you can actually save on these bills. All right, so their electrical is going through Georgia Power, and they're paying about $150 a month. Their water and sewer is through Clayton County Water Authority, and they're paying $75 for that service. And trash, they do pay trash on a quarterly basis for $80. Now, we do know that utilities is not the only part of cost of living, right? Because we got to eat too, right? So I'm going to share with you my personal grocery list that I use and kind of how I grocery shop and what that bill looks like. So let's go ahead and jump over to the computer screen. If this is your first time here, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Lorena Saunders. I'm a realtor right here in the Atlanta, Georgia area. I help people just like you make a move to the Atlanta, Georgia area. And so I am a real live realtor. This is what I do. And so if you are looking to buy a home or sell a home in the Atlanta or the surrounding area, give me a call. My information will be in the description below. All right, so let's get over to the computer. All right, so we are here at Sam's Club online. This is where I actually shop for my family. This is my actual grocery list that you are looking at. And so basically I just come in here and I put things in the cart. Now, because of COVID, all the stores, or at least the majority of the stores at this point, given a convenient option where you can order online and then, pick up at the store. They have somebody to put it in your car. But sometimes I take advantage of that, sometimes not. But for the most part, I just go in here to try to keep myself on track and on budget, because I will go into the store, start picking stuff up, especially if I have the kids with me. Let me know in the comment if that happens to you as well. All right, so this is kind of it. I can see what I'm getting, how many items of it I'm getting. I only need one of those. And then I can also see, any savings, and then I can see my total. So for this store, I'm paying $155.23. And how I shop is I shop on a monthly basis. All right, so we know not only do you have to pay your utilities, you have to eat, but if you have children or even for yourself, there's extracurricular activities that you may want to plan for. And so as an example, if you have children and they want to play sports, you're going to be looking around $150 to maybe $200 per sport. Now, of course, if they play county or if they play at the YMCA, it's going to be a lot cheaper than if they're playing like AAU or some type of club sport. Now, if your child is not into sports and maybe they want to do art or theater or something like that, those prices can vary. But if you're looking in the Cobb County area, there's the Art Station out in Kennesaw, and they have a ton of programs. They have anime drawing, they have pottery, they have K-pop, they have a whole slew of different things. And it can kind of run between like $70 or maybe like $170. So it really depends. The other thing I want to cover with you is property taxes, right? Because you're probably moving to purchase a home in the area. Now with the property tax, you do know that it really depends on the county and the city that you are living in. So if you are living in a county and then the city that you're living in is incorporated, your taxes are going to be different than if your city was unincorporated. But as a general rule of thumb, because there's so many different variations that could play into your property taxes, just take the value of your home and times that by 1%. And that's going to give you a general idea of what your property taxes will be. I will tell you in the Atlanta area, property taxes have gone up about $100 or so because of the spike in the house values because of all the activity that was going on in 2020, 2021 as well. So that is something that you can expect. So now let's talk about the tips that you need to know to help you save. Okay, so when you're talking about your utilities, property taxes, you definitely want to do your research before time. And so especially if it's a resale home, you can actually call to the different services and say, hey, for this particular property, I'm looking to purchase it. Can you give me an idea of what the month-to-month expenses for this particular utility is going to be? You can do that. You can actually ask the seller to provide you with that information, and they can definitely provide you with the list of utility vendors that they currently use. I would say that, every 6 to 12 months, you should reevaluate the vendor you're using, the price you're paying, and to compare and contrast to see if you can get a better rate. So those are some tips. If you like this video, make sure you smash the like button. It really helps me out. Also, if you're still thinking like, hey, I want to know about some areas that are, good for me or my family with good school systems and all of that good stuff, then I would say check out this playlist because I do spotlights on different neighborhoods and different cities. All right. And as always, be sure to check in the description for all the information, all the goodies, all the freebies will be in there. And yeah, until the next video. Bye.